Hi, I'm Loretta, and I'm really glad that you showed up today. Welcome to my sewing room.
Hi everyone. This is block number 8 of the Alaska Dahlia block of the month for 2025, and here are all the pieces. I've got them laid out on my cutting mat in the correct piecing order. So we have our quadrant A, B, C, and D. I always piece them in a clockwise motion just to keep myself organized. And we have some new fabrics again introduced this month. So I'll meet you over at the sewing machine and we'll get started. Okay, here we are at the sewing machine, and I am going to chain piece a lot of this block because it's such a simple block. So the two larger pieces at the top, they are identical, so I'm just going to piece them both at one right after the other. Lining up these points at the top. Since I'm behind because of my vertigo episode, nice to have a simpler block to do. Alright, and the next two I'm going to do are the bottom corners of the block, and those are identical to each other as well. Put the next one through. Alright, I'll get these pressed and then we'll join them with their companion units, the light colored triangles, and we're going to be through block number 8 pretty quickly. Okay, the two units with this green colored triangle on the top each get one of these with the pink square polka dots. So place those right sides together. Scant 1/4 inch, making sure you've got your edges aligned properly. And the next one. And then the next two units are these darker colored ones. One gets a blue floral added to the right side, to the right hand side, and the other one gets one of the ones with the little square polka dots on it. Just like before, I'm matching up this little dog ear with the one that's underneath. Alright, we'll get those pressed, and then we'll join those 4 pieces into 2 halves. Okay, I'm ready to make the 2 halves, and I've double checked to make sure my fabrics are in the correct positions within the block. I'm going to put this together, right sides together, and line up all of these raw edges on that 90-degree corner. Alright, starting slow. where that bulk is. Making sure everything is lined up on the other end. Alright, press that seam open and then we'll join these two halves into the finished block. Alright, the two halves are completed. I'm going to put those right sides together. Line up that center and clip it. Get that first point lined up, and once again this little dog ear on top is going to match up with the one below it. Oops. Ah, I did it again. I am using the wrong line on my sewing machine. That is not a 1/4 inch. Okay, here we go. Getting close to the center. Make sure everything is lined up. Hold it in place with my stiletto. Now that I'm over that bulk, I'll let that foot come up and let the fabric relax. And finish this seam up. All right, center looks good. All right, I'm going to press that open and then meet you over at the cutting table, and I'll show you the finished block. And here is the finished block number 8, Alaska Block of the Month Dahlia for 2025. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for block number 9 in a couple weeks.